It would be ideal to buy all the books you need, but unfortunately this is not always possible, and this is where a good library can help. This program is about your library service. Sir George Williams University has 2 libraries. The main library, holding all material in the humanities and social sciences, is on the 6th floor of the Kenneth E. Norris building. The Science and Engineering Library is in the Henry F. Hall building. The collection is constantly being added to, and at present consists of more than 250,000 volumes. This is the check room where you have to leave your coat or umbrella. A similar service is available in the lobby of the Hall building. The library has an extensive technical services division where new acquisitions are checked, cataloged, and after processing, handed to the circulation department to be placed in the stacks. We operate a closed stack system which enables us to make the best possible use of the space available. This means that rather than having to search for a book on the shelves yourself, all you have to do is fill out a call card with the information provided in the card catalog, hand it in to the assistant on duty at the circulation desk, and the book you want will be brought to you. The main card catalog is situated near the entrance to the library. It lists all the material held in both the Hall and Norris buildings. When an item is in a special location, this is marked on the card: reference room, periodicals room, Science and Engineering Library, locked cage. The reference room contains not only encyclopedias such as the Britannica and the Canadiana, it also has a wide variety of other reference works. The Reader's Guide, for example, lists alphabetically the contents of many magazines. Subject and language dictionaries, atlases, handbooks and yearbooks of various countries are all available. Biographical materials, the British Dictionary of National Biography, current biography, where you can discover the life history of Robert Oppenheimer, or Frank Sinatra, or the Beatles. Current copies of newspapers, magazines, and journals are available here in the periodicals room. Back numbers of most newspapers are stored on various microforms. Microforms are kept in the documents room. Should you want a transcript of a cabinet minister's speech or wish to read a government publication, the documents room is where you will find it. At this moment, David Anderson needs the definitive edition of James Joyce's Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, published by the Viking Press in 1964. To get this book, he has to refer to the card catalog. This is divided into 2 sections. The subject catalog lists books under specific headings, such as music, religion, cartography, chemistry. You should note the way this card is marked. It means the book is held in the Science and Engineering Library. The other part of the catalog lists books under the author's name and the title. In this case, the title and the author are known, so David uses the author title catalog. Having located the correct card in the file, making use of the information he has about the publisher and the date of publication, he must now fill out the appropriate call card. Most books are in general circulation and may be borrowed for a period of 2 weeks. For these, a white card is used. Some books are on reserve because there is a heavy demand for them. For this reason, they can only be borrowed for a short time, and to get them, you fill out a pink call card. On the top left-hand corner of the catalog card, you will find the call number of the book. This identifies the particular book and its exact position in the stacks. You must give the complete call number and any information such as a date or a volume number. If you do not, there may be some delay in finding your book. Next, complete the details of the book as they are given on the catalog card. the author's name, and the title. Then you have to complete the identification section. Your student status, name, your address, your registration number, and your telephone number. Complete the form with your signature and hand it with your ID card to the assistant at the circulation desk. The book can now be taken from the stacks and checked out to you. Suzanne Barry is working on a project using a computer to evaluate the economic development of Newfoundland since 1850. She requires detailed statistical information. This cannot be obtained from one book. Many sources are needed. Research in the subject catalog will give a number of alternative titles from which a choice can be made. Here, the information given on the catalog card is important. The date the book was published, weather illustrations, maps, charts, or bibliographies are included in the text. The number of pages. All give clues to whether or not the book will prove to be a useful source of information. John Gay's Beggar's Opera. Before a work of this type can be staged, a great deal of research must be done so that costumes, sets, and a style of performance can be settled upon which reflect the spirit of 18th century London. For such an extensive research project, the reference room has ideal facilities. The reference librarian is there to help you use the library to find the material you need. Dictionaries of costume are an invaluable aid when designing period dress. A well-illustrated history of architecture is helpful when planning sets. The Beggar's Opera is a political satire. The Dictionary of National Biography gives some insight into the character of Gay's victims. Robert Walpole, the Prime Minister of the day, the inspiration for the Highwayman McKeith. A history of portrait painting could yield Hogarth's picture of Lavinia Fenton, who was the first actress to play Polly Peachum. A bibliography which lists books and periodicals can be a very useful research tool. You should check in the card catalog to see if volumes listed are available. Thus we can enter the world of the coffee houses, the gin palaces, the condemned cell at Newgate. John Gay's London of 1728. The Science and Engineering Library is situated on the 10th floor of the Hall building. Here, an open stack system is in operation. You can, if you wish, browse amongst the books and choose the exact one you need. However, you will probably find it convenient to look the book up in the card catalog. If the book is marked on reserve, you must fill out a pink call card and take it to the assistant at the circulation desk, who will get the book for you. When your book is in general circulation, you use the call number to locate it on the shelves. If you want to use the book in the library, just take it to a table. When you have finished, leave it there. Please don't reshelve it. Should you want to borrow a book, complete a white call card and present both the card and the book at the circulation desk. Current periodicals are on display for you to make your selection. You lift the shelf to find the more recent back numbers. This is the periodical holding list, kept up to date by computer. The collection of scientific and technical abstracts and indexes is mounted above a counter for your convenience in making notes. We have tables available where you can work with the books you don't intend to take out of the library. When you want to work with the books you wish to take out, and any others you may have, study rooms are reserved for this purpose in the hall building. Finally, here is how you might use the library to find out about, for example, the St. Lawrence Seaway. You could start your research here in the reference room. An encyclopedia gives a general introduction to the subject. For more detailed information, you may have to consult several books. The subject index of the card catalog lists a number of titles under the heading St. Lawrence Seaway. Newspaper files can be very useful. The Canadian Periodical Index lists a number of articles in the Financial Post about the Seaway. The list of periodicals that the library subscribes to shows the volumes available. In this case, the material is held on microfilm. To get it, you must fill out a charge slip. Put the complete call number in the space provided on the slip. Next, the periodical title, the volume number, the date of the periodical. Fill in your name, address, the date, and your student status. Because this item is held on microfilm, you must take the charge slip to the documents room where the microforms are kept. The assistant will get the material for you and show you how to operate the reader. You may need more information about some aspect of the subject you are studying. The reference room has an extensive collection of specialized bibliographies. In this case, the bibliography listing information on transport mentions government documents likely to be ideal sources of information. The documents assistant, and of course all the library staff, are here to help you find whatever material you may need.